Yo, what up, though, y'all? This is Brian from the Brian Andre podcast. You know what I'm saying? I got to just jump right into this Snoop Dogg Missionary album. I want to give a first reaction to it. Now, I'll probably do a full review later down the line, maybe on the next episode of the podcast. But I wanted to give some quick reactions. Today is Friday. The album came out at midnight. I was on the train, on the MARTA train here in Atlanta, listening to it. I got into the whip last night, was playing it. I played it about two and a half times, you know what I'm saying? Um, let's jump right into it. First of all, I had to put on my Snoop Dogg dog supply, my dog supply gear, you know what I'm saying, to get in the mood for this reaction video. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, shout out to Dog Supply Clothing, you know what I'm saying. I'm seeing it everywhere, it's doing real well. Got some videos on that too I want to post, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, let's jump right into it, man. Missionary. Obviously, this album is a follow-up to Doggy Style. Now, I want to say right off the bat, man, my first reaction is that this album sounds way different than Doggy Style. Of course, the sexual innuendos, the sexual positions, Doggy Style, then Missionary, you know what I'm saying? Um, but that's kind of the only correlation is the names. Other than that, they don't sound nothing the same. The whole tone of the album is way different. As to be expected. I mean, Snoop was like a young man 30 years ago. Now he's a fully grown man, a grandfather, you know what I'm saying? Still gangster, still hardcore, still cool as I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? But he's different though. So obviously the album's gonna be way different. And it is way different. The whole tone is different, you know what I'm saying? No, Dog Pound, Dads and Corrupt, RBX, Lady of Rage, the whole old Death Row Squad. This is all new stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let's jump into it though. The album starts off with Foreplay. It's like an interlude intro. Snoop Dogg isn't even rapping on it. It's BJ the Chicago Kid. Shout out to BJ the Chicago Kid. He sounds real good on there. A real dope intro. You know what I'm saying? They sampled is it the Dramatics? Um I forget. The Gangsters Make the World Go Round. Say Snoop Dogg makes the world go. It's real dope, man. Dope intro. Here go my favorite songs though. I like Shangri LA. You know what I'm saying? Shangri LA. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it used the same beat as Stakes is High, De La Soul. So even my daughter noticed that. You know what I'm saying? It's dope when you teach your kids, right? Because I was playing it with my daughter today. My daughter's 14, and she like, that's a sample. What group is that, Dad? What group is that? And I told her it's De La Soul, Stakes is High sample. So that's a dope record. Out of the Blue, dope record. Real hard. They I think dropped that record a few weeks ago. Hard Knocks, dope record. Snoop is rapping like crazy on that record. I seen Snoop Dogg preview that with Cameron on Cameron show. Dope record, man. Shout out to Focus. Now this whole album was produced by Dr. Dre and the ICU, which is his production crew. This particular record, Hard Knocks, Focus is on there as one of the producers on there. Shout out to Focus and Dre and the whole ICU team. Now Gorgeous is still my favorite song. Still Gorgeous. That song is the one featuring Janae Aiko. Um, I still don't know why they didn't put a video out to that song weeks ago. The song came out maybe a month ago. Still no video for it, but that's a real dope record, man. Still the best song on there to me. My favorite song on there, man. Shout out to Fred Wreck, Bluetooth, and Dre and the whole ICU for that song. Still, please put a video out for Gorgeous, please. Now this album has a lot of like what I would consider big singles, big potential singles on there. But that's one. Speaking of big potential singles, another favorite of mine is Last Dance with Mary Jane with Tom Petty and Jelly Roll. Now, there's a clip going around where I think it's from the Defiant Ones where Tom Petty said that like Dre would be the one to sample this record. So he had Tom Petty's blessing. And apparently Tom Petty's family sent Dre the vocals from the session from Tom Petty. So the song is hard. The drums is real hard. Shout out to the ICU. Them some hard drums, man. You know what I'm saying? Drums is real hard. Jelly Roll did his thing on there. Real dope song, man. I know they gonna make this a single. They have to. You know what I'm saying? The song Thank You. Thank You is dope. They sample, I think it's Sly and the Family Stone. Thank You for letting me be myself. Dope record. Another big record, Another Part of Me with Sting. Cool record. I think Snoop and Sting performed that song on The Voice recently. Gonna be a big record, you know what I'm saying? Sticky Situation. Now the second half of that song, Sticky Situation, is real dope. I love that song. And then like the next few records, Now or Never. Now or Never is my second favorite song next to Gorgeous. That has BJ the Chicago Kid on there. And man, that song is hard, man. Again, BJ the Chicago Kid did his thing on there, but that song is so hard. Now or Never. Now or Never is my second favorite song on the album. You know what I'm saying? Love that record. And then Gangsta Pose, another real dope record, man. You know what I'm saying? Another real dope record. Those songs in sequence, Sticky Situation, Now or Never, Gangsta Pose, was real dope. I know they got the song on there with Eminem and 50 Cent. That's a cool record. Wasn't one of my favorites, but it's a cool record, man. Overall, album's real dope. I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Dre and my boy Focus, man. Shout out to Focus, man. Focus is credited along with Dr. Dre for mixing the whole album. And let me tell you something. The mix on this album is what sets it apart. The beats are amazingly dope. Great production sonically, but the mixing, oh my God, it's like you could take this album and put it in a class for like the perfect hip hop mix. Drums hidden, all the instruments clear. The mastering is real good. Shout out to I think Brian Big Bass Gardner did the mastering. The mastering is it's real loud and clear. Sonically, it's amazing. But what would you expect messing with Dr. Dre? Of course, it's gonna be amazing sonically. But I thought it's a dope album. First listen, I give it a thumbs up, man. I give it, what I'm saying, a high mark. Full review later. I'm gonna sit with it a little bit longer. But first reaction, man. Uh, uh, Missionary, real dope album. What do y'all think about it? Let me know in the comments, man. Have you heard Snoop Dogg's Missionary album? Is it dope to you? Let me know in the comments, man. It's Brian Andre from the Brian Andre Podcast signing out.